to another video episode of my podcast. My name is Cheryl, and this is Cappuccino Crafts. Thank you so much for watching this video and choosing to spend a little of your time with me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot that you would spend some of your very valuable time here with me for a little crafty chat. And yeah, my username on social media is Cappuccino136, and I am active on Ravelry, Instagram, and Goodreads. So, yay! Feel free to look me up there if you like, and all of my projects and the details are on project pages in my Ravelry account, so you can always find details and information and sometimes project notes there. Yeah. And also I will spell my username, and I will also put details of things that I talk about underneath this video in the information box below. To help you out if there's something that you want to look up, do a search on, and look into on your own. Yeah, so I hope that is helpful for you. Yeah, great. So it's another Monday. Today is Monday, October 7th. Wow. Time is going so fast these weeks. Yeah. And there's still been a lot of talk. Yeah, things are still kind of raw and painful in our online community with the videos that got put up, and the article that was in the online publication. Yeah, that's still reverberating this week, and it's hard. We're stuck in this cycle. The same cycle keeps happening, and we just can't seem to get past it. And I don't know what it's gonna take. Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about the stuff that brought us here, which is the knitting and the books and the fun stuff. This is one of the twin leaf mitts, and here's the other. And this one I am working on a 9-inch circular, the cubic one. It's square. I don't know if you'll see that. I don't know if you can see that, but it's square instead of round. And it's a 9-inch circular metal needle, and this is on my favorite DPNs of all time. I love these Carbons DPNs. I have a set with all the sock sizes, and I love these DPNs a lot. And they're thin, they're little, but they're carbon fiber, so they're so strong. I don't worry about them breaking or snapping while I'm knitting, and they don't bend out of shape. I've used these a lot. I've had them for not quite sure how many years, but possibly 3 years, and I've used them regularly, and they are not bent at all. They're still so straight, and they're light as a feather. I love these DPNs. I thought it would be an interesting experiment to see if I got the same gauge on different setups and with different, this is a cubic one and this is round, this is circular, this is DPNs. I thought it would be a fun experiment to see if the gauge was the same, and they are knitting up to exactly the same size. They match wonderfully well. And if you look at the stitches, especially the stitches on the back, you can see on the stockinette side, you can look at the stitch sizes, but yeah. My gauge is matching really, really well between the two different needles. So I thought that was fun. Now, if it had turned out that I was getting not matching gauges, I would have, just frogged the one that was the wrong size. But I just thought it'd be fun to see if I could do them both at the same time, but also on different needles. I mean, different kinds of needles. Yeah. My only other project that I'm working on is a new project that I told you was going to be cast on. This is my project for the Victober Knit and Listen Along. Victober is a thing on BookTube where in October you read or listen to Victorian literature. And Mel of Mel's Bookland Adventures, that's her YouTube channel, and some other booktubers are, as a side event to the general theme of Victober, as a side event, they're doing a knit and listen along with a Victorian novel. We are listening to Bede by George Eliot. And then while we're listening, we are knitting. I am knitting this sweater. Yay! The yarn is Indie String, the Superior Worsted, and the colorway is Black Cherry, and I love how it's knitting up. And the pattern, I made a pattern switch at the last minute. I found a pattern on Knitty. Knitty is an online knitting magazine, and they post the patterns on the website. All the patterns are freely available. All the instructions are on their web publication, and you can look all the past issues of Knitty too. So all those past patterns and the new patterns that come out, they do, I think, quarterly. So 3 or 4 publication issues a year online they do. And this is called the Favorite Color Sweater. And it is a top down. So here's the front. Here's the back. So I'm just really kind of still at the top of the shoulders at this point. Not very far, but The last 2, possibly 3 garments that I've knit have all been bottom up. It's been a while since I've done top down. So I thought, yeah, that's good. Let's do a top down. And I have not done this kind of sleeve shaping top down before. This is a set-in sleeve style where the sleeve, it's set in right here, and then the sleeve cap right here. But it's done top down. And now I've done that in a different way, but before, where you do the sleeve separate. You come back and pick up the sleeve stitches at the end and then knit the sleeve down. But this is a set-in sleeve shape and construction, but here's the sleeve cap. I'm knitting the sleeve caps, and here's the other sleeve cap. I'm knitting the sleeve caps at the same time that I'm knitting the back and the 2 fronts. This is going to be a cardigan, so it's got a left front and a right front. So I'm doing all of that at the same time as I knit down from the top. It's called the contiguous method, which is something I've never done before. I've been curious about the contiguous method for sleeves top down, but I've never done them. I've done raglan top down. I've done that other way of set-in sleeves done from the top down, but I've done circular yokes top down, but not the contiguous set-in sleeve. And so this is great. I'm really happy with it so far. And I've got two balls of yarn going. I am alternating skeins because this is hand-dyed yarn. And that's important to alternate skeins when you're doing a big project like a sweater or a really big shawl in hand-dyed yarn. Yeah. So I think that's all. I haven't done anything on my other sweater, the boxy. That hasn't even come out of its project bag all week, so I'm not going to show that to you. It's still around, and I'm going to go back to it, but yeah, not this week. So since this is my knit and listen project, the favorite color sweater, I did start listening to Bede. I just started today though. So I barely, I think I finished 2 chapters, and they're not very long chapters. But at the beginning of this, I had to concentrate really, really, really hard on getting all the things set up for the front and the back set up, knitting the shoulder stitches until then it was time to start the sleeve caps. I was counting stitches every row. I have my nose in the pattern. Like, if I had audio going, I wouldn't have been able to pay any attention to any story at all. It would have all just been, I wouldn't have, this needed a lot of concentration until I had everything pretty well set up, and then I was comfortable with the pattern and comfortable with the way the shaping was working, and I knew I wasn't gonna miss anything, and then I could kind of cruise a little bit more and then be able to let my mind try to follow a story. Yeah. And we already talked about the book that I'm listening to. I haven't been really paying attention to other books. Like I said, it's been a bit of a busy week. Like in life, there's been a lot of appointments and things happening, and so yeah, it's been a little busy here in our house. So yeah, I have had time for a bit of TV. I watched the next episode of The Good Place, enjoying the last season. Yeah, the 4th season of The Good Place is the final season. So watch that, watch the Great British Baking Show, and enjoyed that. And last night I started watching a show that I kind of surprised me, because when I first started seeing it kind of promoted on the Netflix website when I was looking for something to watch, I just didn't think it looked like what I wanted to watch. I thought it looked like a kid show. And I'm like, I don't want to watch a kid show. But actually, I heard a review from somebody, and then I decided to just try an episode. I thought it'll be kind of fun and lighthearted, and just one episode, and yeah, I'm probably not going to like it, but I don't have to watch any more episodes, so yeah, fine. And the name of the show is called Raising Dion, and it is about a mom and her son. Her husband and the boy's father, he recently died. So now she's a single mom, and she has a young son, and he suddenly manifests and starts expressing a very powerful superhero power. So she is raising a kid with a superpower. And so, yeah, so it's kind of a weird combination of like family drama and family dynamics and situations, but also superhero, comic book style, adventure, mystery stuff. So I think they strike the balance really well. Yeah. And I think, I originally thought, because it was about a little kid superhero, that this is a little kid show. But no, it's definitely not just for kids. I think it's like geared toward kind of all ages, family together watching. It's not just for little kids. It's got something for everyone. I think it's a good all ages. It's got something for everyone, I think. And I was surprised how much I really liked it. And I'm definitely going to watch the rest of the whole season. Yeah, the episodes are not terribly long. They're about 40 minutes. So, over half an hour, but they're not like 57 minutes or 60 minutes. So they go fast. They feel like they go really fast, and they're fun. And so I'm already several episodes in and really, really liking it. So if you think that sounds like something that might be up your alley, and you have it available on Netflix, then yeah, give it a try. Yeah, give it a chance. Um, and I think we have reached the end of this episode, but thank you if you're still here all the way at the end. If you made it past that awful beginning, um, thank you. Thank you. And I hope you're doing well. And I hope you and your family are well, and all your creative projects are successful and fun. And take care and see you next time.